Good morning!
It's the breakfast buffet!
I didn't know what you were waiting for, but I knew you were waiting for something.
I was going to try to match you word for word.
That was awkward.
Well, now it is.
It wasn't until you said anything.
Let me just say the things that go on in the studio during the break are incredible. And we've talked about before how like you think that people would pay to listen. I'm just gonna tease this for you to the audience. Yeah. I'm just gonna say one quote that was said during the break.
Yeah.
Okay?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. John and Kate's house was my office for about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about that a second. How many times has that been in your conversation?
That's a good point.
It hasn't. And that's because we are in the presence of
greatness,
fame, and greatness here.
He's shaking his head no. He's like, no, you're not.
I joke about having it all. This guy has it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not correct.
Just blown away. I'm blown away that this guy has it all and actually brought donuts this morning.
Well, if I had it all, I'd bring donuts in the morning too.
The donuts are really all I have.
Now that's a different take on it. You go from have it all to all I have. I brought some donuts yesterday, and we'd have more today if
if I didn't give them all away.
You didn't give them away to all the students.
Well, as we pointed out,
you don't even have that kind of relationship with the students yet.
Oh,
they're new students.
That night crew would have ran through them.
That night crew would have beat me down.
Yeah.
And left me for dead and taken the donuts.
They were looking for them. They were one in particular.
Wanted to know where the donuts were because she saw the empty boxes.
I can hear her from all the way up front. And I was back here.
Yeah, I can hear it right now. Who had donuts? Where were the donuts?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're just getting rid of the evidence then?
Pretty much. Well, here's what happened. We've already discussed how small my office is.
Mm-hmm.
And had you just brought in one box of donuts, I think we would have been okay. But we had two.
Yeah, it's hard to fit two in the office.
Yeah, it is.
And it was hard enough to get one box of donuts in the office. But when I put the other box in there, I didn't have anywhere to sit. And I couldn't. Here's what happened. I couldn't close the door, nor could I go into the office. I had to stand outside my office.
Well, and we've talked about your office compared to Mason's office before.
Oh.
In your office,
Mason
can
has
barely
his
fit.
own Krispy Kreme restaurant.
Oh, yeah, he has his own franchise in there, is what I was going to say. And you can barely fit two boxes
Going into Mason's office is like walking into a food court at the mall.
It is.
There's a Krispy Kreme, there's a Subway, there's a Chick-fil-A.
Peanuts on the floor.
Yeah, peanuts on the floor. There's a steakhouse.
A random kiosk with somebody piercing gears.
There's like 6 waitresses.
There's some guy standing there trying to get you to sample like the bourbon chicken.
Yeah, there's a cell phone store.
Wow.
He's got a Spencer's Gifts. It's ridiculous.
That's fine.
But I put the 2 boxes, I sat them in my chair and then realized, A, I don't have anywhere to sit. B, I can't close my door. And C, I can't even go into the office now.
Well, it's a good thing you were there and not me, because my theory would have been, guess I'm going to have to eat all these donuts. You would have found me this morning passed out at the foot of your door with 2 empty donut boxes.
Well, can I tell you that thought did cross my mind? And remember the other day when we talked about willpower?
Yeah.
That's when my willpower kicked in, because I looked at it and I was like, well, I could eat all these donuts, or I could go against my nature and be nice and give them away.
Yeah, go against my nature. It's important that you point that out.
Well, here is something I thought about too. I thought about asking Mason if I could store him in his office.
Yeah.
But I knew...
Well, we know where that would
Come
go.
on, man.
I knew that if I left him in his office overnight, there wouldn't be any in the morning anyway.
Yeah, I'd say you just made the best decision you could.
I did. It was tough. It was tough, but I powered through it. So.
Well, you remember when I bought a pizza one Saturday. Me and Mason were here.
Yeah.
And the young lady delivered it. Actually, 2 pizzas. And
they deliver here?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what I'm doing on Wednesdays from now on.
One exit down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna deliver here.
Wait, where'd you get it from?
Domino's.
Domino's?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Well, you know, they're running that little special. They've changed their ingredients and all that.
All right.
So we just tried it out. But make a long story short, you know, the young lady came and delivered it and also brought
Was she good looking?
a Dr. Pepper, no. But I still gave her a tip.
Okay.
But
not as much of a tip as I would have given if she were good looking.
This would be more if you were hotter.
This is true. This is true. But she got, we got a Dr. Pepper as well. And how about that Dr. Pepper made its way to Mason's office and never left?
Well, when we brought in the one drink and we were like, Mason, there's drinks in the fridge, and then we found the RC Cola after searching the whole building. Yeah. And it was in his office. Yeah.
And I had to ask him, I was like, man, is it safe for me to drink out of this? Because, I mean, have you just drunk out of the bottle? Or, I don't know.
That's funny, though. We could, speaking of fan pages earlier on the show, we could make a fan page. This tip would be more if you were hotter.
You know what? I think that'd be a great fan page.
I think people would
I think
really
that should be our first fan page for our show. For our show website.
It could be.
I think you should do that. You do that during the break.
I've never made a fan page.
You make that happen? We'll figure it out.
I was going to eat a donut during the break.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll eat donuts and we'll make fan pages later.